steel waste bin I can use to hopefully cook on. There's a fire pit, but we're going to try to keep it as authentic and cleaning as possible. Steel wool, all-purpose clothesline. That means all-purpose, as in camping. Fly swatters, mops, paper towel, bunch of stuff. But I got to get a tent set up. It's already getting a little chilly. Sun goes down in about 3.5 hours, so I got some time to get this set up and gather some firewood. But I'm going to try to make a tent out of garbage bags. And I could probably make a little ground sheet or a thermarest type thing by putting in leaves into some garbage bags as well. So get some heavy duty ones. They should do the job. All-purpose clothesline. Now, I was filming this same idea a couple of days ago, and I was trying to make a hammock, but that'll take a little more skill than I have. I know some people definitely have made hammocks out of garbage bags, but didn't work for me. Fell down, got a little scratch on me somewhere, but yeah, that was fun. So going with the foolproof method today. Gonna borrow a rock from the river here. This will work for a tent peg. Got an all-purpose mop. So that means tent pole. And just like that, anchored down to the rock on the other side. And I'll just build a little tent around it. I'm going to do 2 rocks out on an angle. I know I could have attached it to that other tree, but I don't want to get clothesline. One of the downsides to using clothesline for this stuff is it stretches, which led to tragic outcomes for that hammock. Unless you're a spectator, then it was hilarious. Not bad, not bad. It's going to be a little cold, so I'm keeping this thing double layer, so it'll be like a 3-season tent. I'm going to clip a few of these on for now, try to tape them together. Clothespins are aesthetically pleasing, but they're not the strongest knife in the drawer. So some packing tape on this situation will make things weather resistant, wind-proof, IP67 rated. Things are nicely taped up. I'm just going to do a sideways panel on each side. It should just take a couple of bags sideways, and this palace will be ready for action. So a few little river rocks on the edge here. Work like tent pegs. I couldn't think of anything cleaning related that could be a tent peg, so here we are. Home, sweet home. And there you have it. For the low, low price of your dignity, you can save a few dollars on a tent that is of adequate structure. So I'm going to fill some garbage bags with leaves for a little sleeping pad so I'm not right on the ground. And just provided some extra insulation because the R value of a sheet of plastic is like -2. So we'll get this all filled up and gather some firewood and start a nice little fire here, Mike. After a few handfuls, this is all full of sticks and twigs and probably ticks. So I'm just going to crumple up some paper towel and put her in here. That'll be a fine sleeping pad for me. that works. Should stay dry. I'll probably grab a couple more rocks, stick them around the edge, because the rocks and the tape are doing a lot of the heavy lifting for this setup. A few other fire pits around here, so people do come down here. Nobody tonight because it's fairly cold. But it's probably also picked pretty clean of firewood. But a little bridge over there, wander across, see what we can find. But I still got that old time feeling for you. We had love. Yes, we did.
Maison Perrier. Grand bubbles for an uplifting taste.
Nature made. You take care of them, we take care of you.
This Saturday, it's the one-day shoe sale at Boscov's. Buy one pair at the ticketed price and get the second pair for just $1.99. All your favorite brands. Men's Lee jeans, buy one, get one free. And men's Hanes underwear, buy one, get one free. This Saturday only at all Boscov's.
Co-pilot, make a quiz for my astronomy notes.
You got it. What type of galaxy is Andromeda?
Spiral.
What does a spectrometer measure?
Light.
And when was your essay due?
Definitely a well-beaten trail here, and another campsite up here by the looks of it. Going to be grabbing a bunch of pieces of small diameter wood by the looks of it. This could take a bit, but beautiful creek. Don't have to worry about water. Got a modest assembly of firewood for tonight. Shelter's all set up, and today's step 2 is I'll continue drinking my orange-flavored sports drink. Because camping isn't just about going into the woods for a sesh. It's about getting in touch with nature, cooking some food, hearing a babbling creek right beside you while you drift off to sleep. And that'll be the plan tonight. Got extra rocks around the sides of the shelter, so it shouldn't be blown away anywhere. And gonna get a fire going. I like to ration the wood as much as possible, start it like a little bit later in the evening, because if I run out of wood, it's gonna be a cold night. One of these cleaning supply things I brought with me to give some nice ambience and to get a nice smell in the air is this Lakeside Forest scented candle. It's a 3-wicker, so you know they mean business. Nature. There's a million ways to start a fire with cleaning supplies. Half the stuff under the sink is going to work. But today, for safety's sake, I'm choosing hand sanitizer. It's the same basic stuff as that gel fire starter, and I'm going to be a little bit generous with it because the days of rationing this stuff are thankfully gone. And what we're going to do, start that up, is steel wool. Has to be the actual steel wool, not the stuff that has soap in it, and a battery. So this should work. Like a dream. Woo! Crackling already. That's what I like. See, I can start 10 more fires with this thing. Easy. 12 pack. 11 more fires. Excellent. I'm doing a 2-course meal tonight. I'm going to use this stainless steel waste bin and this pot fits right in there, to cook a little soup. I was thinking a cool evening like this, I should have a soup. But a soup is hardly a meal. It's like an appetizer. So, hot dogs. But I'm going to need a hot dog stick. That's why we got a fly swatter. It's a little metal part here, and I should be able to rip off the swatting part. I can probably even put this right back on after. And yeah, little stick to cook hot dogs on. Because every time I'm camping, no matter what meal I bring, I'm always craving some hot dogs. I'm gonna get the soup kind of started, because that can be cooked and then just sit around festering while I eat hot dogs. But there we go. And I'll see if this waste bin holds together. There's one seam on it that could prove a little tricky. But we'll keep it a reasonable little fire in this one, because it's all we got to cook the soup with. Just some chicken noodle soup, one of these package mix things, but I'm gonna add in some real veggies and some real chicken, kind of real chicken, and just saute these veggies in there with a little bit of butter / olive oil and sea salt. The ring came off my pudding can. What could go wrong? All right. So that's something to watch out for. On the list of surprises, that's not one I was expecting. If you put the pot right in, it creates an explosive flame situation when you pull it out. So, oh my. Okay, lesson learned on that little thing. I'm just going to kind of do it like this, and when that gets down to some coals, then I'll put the soup on to kind of cook it and keep warm. But with active open flame, that is a bad and dangerous situation. But it's holding together so far. It's not falling apart. Yeah. The soup cooked up really good, just keeping it warm there, and time for a couple of hot dogs. And for the record, this is a brand new fly swatter. It's not a used one. I guess, if you put it in the fire, you'd cook off anything that was on it anyways. So it's a good handy little tool. When they used to make those antennas on cars, you could unscrew them, the metal ones. Those used to be a good one too. Freshest buns I could find today aren't my favorites, but that's okay. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in Nova Scotia. I mentioned in one video that we decided that we're keeping my mom's house in the family. So I went out there to get it ready for winter. And my mom was an amazing woman, but she was not in home improvement. So in order to get the place all insulated, get the furnace up to speed, make sure that there's not going to be any problems when it gets down to -20 this winter. Took a little bit of time to get that sorted out, and I became kind of the contractor guy, just driving around, picking stuff up, placing orders, picking stuff out, which I'm not good at anyways. So now I got some time to breathe and relax. Mm. 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 Now we're camping. Mm. All right. This smells amazing. And it is. Wow. Those little soup boxes, those soup packages, it doesn't take a lot of fixing up to really make them pretty decent. Mm. Looks like it's going to be soup for breakfast, but look at this hearty, delicious soup.